You're listening to Opie and Anthony. On the Virus, Sirius XM.
In studio today, Rich Voss and his lovely, lovely bride-to-be, Bonnie. Are you going to be known as Bonnie Voss?
No, you're keeping your name as you throw away your dignity. Keeping your name.
There's so much going on with Voss. I don't even know where to begin, Anthony. Just before we went on the air here, he was telling us that he's bleeding.
No,
He thinks he has a bleeding ulcer.
A bleeding ulcer. You're shitting blood, right?
only it happens like every couple weeks. But like when
And Tyson Walter goes, it's a midget period you're having.
that's when
Is it dark blood or is it very bright red blood?
I think it's bright red.
Bright red would
They said it might be hemorrhoids.
Yeah, that would indicate by the asshole, like hemorrhoid.
Yeah, that's what he
dark
said.
Dark blood would be something deeper inside you that turns dark before it works its way out.
Well, it turns dark because it's mixed with other stuff.
And
by the time
it's
it
mixed
comes
with
out.
other stuff.
Well, Dr. Anthony, when I went to
snap on your glove and go give him a check.
Yeah, I'll just give me one of those gloves. I'll shove a finger up your ass.
He did shove a finger in my ass. I turned around and go, "That's all you got? Come on, be a man."
Talk about gaping.
Voss gaping.
Voss ass cave.
But we were in Amsterdam last week, and I ate a lot of hot sauce. Would that come? I mean, it was like a lot of.
It might aggravate a hemorrhoid situation.
You think so?
Sure.
But
sure.
Aren't you supposed to be able to feel them when you're probing yourself?
Like, you probe yourself?
Well, to look for them.
Yeah.
You're touching yourself back there, trying to figure out what's going on.
Well, yes.
How deep are you probing?
Deep
Just
enough
the
to come.
I'm on fire.
I'm on fire. Look at him. He's like, yes.
And so is my ass.
No, but I'm going to go to the doctor Thursday. I just, I hate going because I don't have, I don't want to go get all, I want to go into a doctor and they go, "You're okay." I don't want to have to go for fucking MRIs and all kinds of tests, this and that. You know what I mean? That's just scary shit.
Right.
If you just go in your doctor and go, "You're all right," then I feel fucking fine.
Yeah.
You know? Even if I'm walking out in pain, he goes, "I'm all right."
He said it's okay.
He's okay.
Yeah.
I was in a fucking doctor once, and I walked out. He goes, "I recommend you don't smoke." "Oh, really? How about not shooting heroin and beating my kids in public? You recommend that to you fucking idiot? You're a doctor." Of course. But
Are you gonna quit smoking?
I'll tell you what my doctor did. This is what a scam artist did. I fucking went in there one day. We're talking, and whatever. And then he always asks me about sex, this and that, because he knows I'm a comic. He's a little pudgy fuck. And I said something about Viagra's. He goes, "Well, you got to try Levitra's, right?" So he goes, "Here, let me give you a couple samples." I go in another room, he opens a drawer, and you know how they have all those samples. So he gives me some sample Levitra.
Hold on, I want to back up a little bit. But you had to tell the doctor you were having some kind of problem.
No,
the doctor's
no.
not just going to give you any of that shit.
No. I said when I was in Brazil, you could buy Viagra's over the counter. I just said that's when I just got back from Brazil. You can buy Viagra's over the counter. He goes, "Oh, you got to try Levitra's." I got some samples. So he gives me samples. I get a bill from my insurance company, $200 for sexual dysfunction. he charged me. I didn't even say
he charged the insurance company.
Yeah, because he just offered me free samples.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because he can't just give you that stuff. That's that's
on your medical record now.
Right. So when you were just casually mentioned that you could get the Viagra over the counter, he immediately is thinking, well, this guy has a problem getting rods, and he's a little uncomfortable telling me, so I'll just say, why don't you try some Levitra?
Damn.
And then he charges you for sexual.
Well, if I say I didn't get laid in a week, is he going to pick me up a hooker and fucking charge the
insurance company?
Well, you
Those
can't just hand
doctors
that
are
stuff to
scam
you.
artists. They love charging the insurance company like that. Give you free samples.
Yeah.
Amounts to just free samples in his drawer, and he's charging the insurance company a couple $100.
It's fucking what a scam.
Nice. Hey, by the way, I saw the news last night. Viagra being used for children. It was the teaser. And Viagra being prescribed to children. Shame Wow, you have it in the paper? Is that what?
No, this is headaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, blindness and headaches.
Blindness.
When some people use the Viagra, I guess.
This is some. Now I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm thinking some kind of psychological thing. They give him to the little kid, or maybe to stop him from bedwetting. If he's got a rod all night, he won't be able to take a leak or something. If they fall out of bed at night, you give them a Viagra, and it works like a kickstand. They can't roll over and fall out of bed. I don't know.
Right. Or if you just want them to stay hard.
Or, yeah, the obvious. You just need an 8-year-old with a heart on. It turned out to be some lung disorder. Yeah, some lung disease. They're giving Viagra to these kids with a lung disease because it opens up and helps them breathe.
But they got to explain why they're sporting wood, though.
I know.
They're
That's
breathing
just,
great, but
yeah,
geez,
now
what do
you
I
can
do with
breathe.
this thing?
You're going to school with a rod in your pants,
Right.
covering it up with your lunchbox.
you
All
imagine-
embarrassed.
That was a happy day at the last NAMBLA meeting. Oh, our next topic, by the way.
Yeah, Viagra for kids. All in favor? Aye. All right. Next. I used to get the rod, though, on the bus. We talked about that. For some reason, going to elementary school, junior high, even when I was taking the school bus, every morning, I would get on the bus, sit down, the bus would start going. It had nothing to do with the rumbling, the vibration. Everyone's brought that up. Just something. I would sport wood on that bus. I would get wood on the bus every day.
Did you and friends, did you ever just, and not gay, but just, jerk off with friends? Like if you're sleeping over their house and you guys would just jerk off? Not touch each other. You never did that?
Look, and every guy around here is like, what?
Anytime anyone tried that, I went...
Look,
I guess it was different in the 70s.
there's at least 15 guys around here right now. If this has happened to any one of you, please come in and stick up for
Really?
Rich Voss.
No, you might as well just lock the door. No one's coming in.
Me and Brian used to
Wait.
Mickey.
I want to know, would you lay there and talk to each other? Would you be right next to each other?
Well, I don't know. We might compare, or just because we were young, we were just starting.
Wait, so you'd show each other, hey, look at this rod?
Listen, we were I don't know.
Bonnie, you sure you want to marry this?
21 or
Bonnie's
22.
learning way too
Bonnie's
much
just
about you.
laughing her ass off.
These questions.
Oh, you have? You asked all this?
Bonnie, get on mic. Bonnie's too good to just sit there on a couch.
Yeah.
Does this work?
Oh, it works
Yeah,
better.
It works much better for you. And I'll even crank you up a little bit there.
Yeah, no,
Wow, that's loud.
I've asked him all these questions. I've tried to trick him into telling me gay stories. Like,
Really?
like
Trick him?
saying, it turns me on. Have you? But that was the only one he copped to. So.
Yeah, I don't understand what it is, though. You would lay there. Are you in the same bed, the same room?
But we were
Is
junior
there
high.
You're
porn?
not answering questions.
Yeah, like in
You're
junior
in-
high, when you sleep over your
You
friend's
sleep
house.
over your friends. Now you're sharing a bed?
Yeah, well,
You're
I mean,
in
you
the
didn't
same
have two
bed.
beds. You was in junior high
You
school.
sleep
It's
on
not
the
like-
floor. One guy sleeps on the floor. One guy sleeps in the bed.
Yeah,
You
we
bring
were
over
junior
your
high.
sleeping bag. or
Junior
something.
high.
We're starting to get high. And
So you're in the
stuff,
same
we're
bed.
partying.
Are you naked in the bed?
No, we're wearing obviously our underwear and stuff, but then we
Obviously.
this was years ago.
So you
I didn't
start
think I was
cranking? How does one go from talking about playing with G.I. Joes to, hey, you want to jerk off?
And wait a minute, why are we letting them slide on the whole junior high thing? You're old enough to know.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
old enough to know in junior high. I could almost see if you're 8, 10, like, whoa, what's going, but you're talking about you're 13 or 14 at this point.
Yeah, we were like 15 or 16 because we were getting
What are you
high.
trying to? Are you trying to apply pre-calc to real life applications? What the hell are you doing?
We never touched each other or said anything sexual to each other. We were just.
But I want to know how you go from just sleepover, where normal people just go to sleepover, you hang out, you watch TV, and then you go to sleep.
Because we were like 15 or 16 and we never had a girl yet, so we probably thought it was normal.
Yeah,
So-
but what happened? Like, did you
What's
go,
the chain of
hey,
events? Right.
hey, take your pants down. I want to show you something.
Yeah,
I mean,
how does it start?
Yeah, thank you, Bonnie. Come on.
We'd be high, and then we would compare boners or something.
You don't just compare boners.
Like, how did you get a boner?
I've
Yeah,
smoked a
thank
lot
you.
of
How did
pot.
you get a boner? You
I've
don't
smoked a lot of pot with my friends, and it never went from pass me the joint to
holy
hey,
shit,
look at my
Right,
boner.
Right.
It wasn't pot.
You would smoke bones. You didn't show off your bone.
We were doing THC, not pot. I mean, THC makes you do stuff like that. Probably. I don't know.
did mescaline, acid. Believe me, I did drugs too.
Yeah, but you didn't.
It didn't
Ecstasy
happen.
doesn't make you do
How
that.
how did this happen?
We just, I don't know. I guess it happened when more like me and Mickey would, and me and Brian. I guess our whole crew. We just like to jerk off. I don't know.
So you're laying in bed.
Uh-huh.
You start jerking off, I guess, out of nowhere.
When you're in the same bed with the dude.
How do you know it's not going to freak the guy out that you start jerking off?
We probably did at the same time. I
No,
don't know.
you don't just do it at the
3, 2, 1.
Go. You don't just all of a sudden go, oh my God, you're jerking. I just started jerking off too.
Yeah, the lights like an Indy where it counts at red to green.
Like a drag race.
That would almost be her
Christmas tree.
3-2-1 joke.
Right.
Hey, he plays football.
I know.
Give him a little,
Sorry.
give him a little slack.
I don't have a cool bedazzled watch like you.
He's too big to fuck
He
with.
just smashed you.
He's too big. I know. I mean, no, I don't know. I mean, someday if I ever run into Brian again, I'll ask him. Why did we used to jerk off together? I don't know. I don't think I do it with Michael, but Brian, Mickey.
It's not the why we're after. It's the how.
It's just how how does that happen?
Right.
You don't just all of a sudden start jerking off together.
Like how many
Someone
guys
has to make the first move,
Right.
and that's what I'm getting at
And
here.
what is
Even
that
though
move?
you're saying
And
it's
why
not
did you
gay,
go for it?
it's
Right,
not,
right.
It's just one of you had to make what is called the first move, where you start going, you're assessing the situation, you're looking over going, I think he'll be into me jerking off. You're building this up in your head. Who made the first move?
and how many people said no?
Said no, and boss, you fucking faggot, what are you doing?
And Bonnie,
Put
when are you
that
gonna
away and go home.
And when are you going to give the ring back? What are you waiting for? Jesus. My God.
Don't leave me for another man. Please.
You can't compete with
Because
that.
now the
Was
only
there
reason,
porno involved? Let's start there.
Oh, we were too young for
A
porno.
Farrah Fawcett
Too young.
poster.
You
Something.
said you were
Right,
16.
something that might have shown that you were heterosexual and something just went awry.
Yeah, Cheryl Teagues.
Right.
I don't know.
You
I
have
don't
the
have
Farrah
any answers.
Fawcett wastebasket.
Now, the reason I'm asking this is because I had the similar experience. But I was in a tree fort in California with my friend Richard. And it was just like a sleep out in the tree fort. And I was trying to go to sleep. And we had been drinking, too. Of course, there's some kind of alcohol involved. And he leaned over, and he goes, I'll suck your cock. Yeah. You want a blowjob? And I went, I'm laying there going, oh, my God. I got to just make believe I'm asleep. I got to stay here like I never heard it. So I'm just laying there going, I'll suck your cock. And this is like a guy I've been friends with for years. We used to ride our bicycles to go fishing down at Dana Point, ride horseback. Yeah, I mean, it's just a friend of mine for years. Out of nowhere, out of the blue, I get, dude, I'll give you a blowjob. So that to me is what I would call the first move.
Yeah, but that's gay.
That's well,
gay.
but jerking off. Dude,
You're in the same bed.
dude, you're in the same bed.
And when you're growing up, you don't get a big bed.
Right. So I'm wondering if there was somebody that made believe they were asleep while you were jerking, or perhaps you didn't find his dick attractive enough to jerk off with him. I want to know what was going on.
I guess we come back, we be high. Like at Brian's house.
Maybe these guys don't want their names on the radio. I don't know. Call me crazy, but maybe you want to call them different names. they're somewhere in Jersey going, will you shut the fuck up?
So how did it go, boss?
I don't know. I guess Brian, I remember, we'd go out. I remember we went out one night. We're just partying because we didn't go to bars. We're too young.
Sure.
We're all blasted. And we come back up. I guess we're hanging. We're laying in the bed. And, never had a girl. And, you just start talking about jerking off. Two guys. Just two men
Fat
talking
cocks, oil.
about, and,
Did girls ever factor into it at all? Like, I mean, the idea
I
of
will
one?
say it is impossible to get girls at certain times in your life as a growing boy.
Yeah.
The possibility of getting a girl that's going to do anything to your dick just isn't there.
well, the first
defending
time
him.
I almost
No, but you could talk
No,
about it. You
yeah,
could
I've-
talk about it. You could go, did you see so-and-so in gym class? I mean,
Right.
Well, but the first girl that was gonna have sex with me or wouldn't, I was begging her. I was young.
Yeah.
She goes, "No, I'll give you oral."
you never changed your technique.
And I was.
All these years.
Oh, another for Bonnie.
So I'm begging her, and she goes, "I'll give you oral. I'll blow you." I go, "No, because I never had sex." So I said, "If you don't give me sex, I'll break up." So she finally said yes. So we walked over to the woods where we go, and I didn't know how to do it. I couldn't get it in. I didn't know. I didn't know the angles or anything.
No.
This and that. I'm sitting there, so I couldn't do it. I said, "Well, will you blow me now?" She goes, "No." So I lost out on everything.
You passed
But I
up the
didn't
blow. It's
know.
like a game show. You can have the blowjob now, or pass the blowjob to get laid. All right, I'm gonna go to get laid. They never offer you the box you passed up again. Oh, that is sad. A box.
Yeah, it was
that is
crazy,
sad.
man.
So you lay in bed with men and decide to jerk off. No blowjob. I'll go back to my guy friends.
Prison's not going to be too hard of a transition for you.
No. We're just laying in our cells talking about jerking off.
I still don't understand this. I've been in football for almost 20 years now, around naked guys all the time, talking about girls, talking about whatever, and not once has anyone ever been slightly aroused.
No.
Well,
And
because
he's sitting here like it's no big deal.
You football players just opt for maybe a pine cone up the ass every so often.
That's
at
right.
camp.
Those are hockey
At
players. Get it
football
right,
camp.
sir.
Oh, wasn't that
of all-
football camp?
Was that
The pine cone up the
it's
ass?
Some middle school thing or whatever.
I'm with
Yeah.
Anthony. It was football
Some-
camp.
Don't get me wrong. Hot is hot. Whether it's hockey or football.
If they ask for it.
Hey, Anthony.
It's up the ass.
We got a couple stories coming in. Let's go to Bob in Jersey. Bob, go ahead.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
I'm not really defending the way that Rich did it, but the same thing happened to me when I was in junior high.
Really?
Yeah, it was. I was hanging out with my buddy, and we were at his house. We weren't in his bed or his bedroom. We were in his den. He had one of those angle couches, the kind that look like an L.
Yes, the modular sofa.
There you go. He was on one side, I was on the other side, and he had one of them scrambler boxes.
Yeah.
We were watching, flipping through the channels, puts on porn. Whatever. We've been drinking earlier in the night. He starts doing his thing. I'm like, what the fuck? And I look over and I'm like, but then I'm like, what the hell? So I get up off the couch, go behind the couch, peek over to the TV, keeping him out of view, and I did my thing.
Because if
I
there's a
wasn't
couch in the way, it's not gay.
Yeah.
I wasn't exactly arm up against his arm, thigh against thigh on a twin-size bed.
Well, no, listen, don't you
Wow,
know?
Rich, he's painting a picture.
And this guy jerked off with his buddy,
I
and
know.
he made
But
you
he's-
sound gay.
At least he used the back of the couch as a barrier, a gay barrier.
Yeah, really, Rich.
Just
Jesus.
sharing the Sealy Posturepedic with another man.
Rubbing thighs with another man.
Oh,
I did
your
the couch.
knees need lotioning.
Did you guys hold the wallpaper for each other for the couch?
I did the couching too. That was just a contest to see who could shoot over it. We didn't really touch.
They didn't really touch.
No, we weren't
Might have been
touching.
brushing of feet or
No,
something.
because he. Listen, first of all, I would have never been gay with him because he had freckles. So, just I'm not going to do anything with a freckled guy.
Right?
Thank God. Thank God. Thank God
Would
you're not
you-
looking at me.
Would you finish up together?
I guess.
Yeah, you'd finish
know,
up.
you
were
know.
Were there groans of pleasure going
Oh,
on?
I mean, we didn't do it. What do you mean? Did we do it simultaneously?
Well, I mean, not go at the same time. Oh, wow. That's a big word,
Wow.
Rich.
And Bonnie threw her hands in the air and was very excited. Why,
Bonnie's
Bonnie?
very excited because what happened at the restaurant the other night?
He asked if I was ordering off the entries.
The entries. You want something off the entries?
Anything you want. Order off the entries.
Entries.
ENTREE.
Oh,
Big night out. Applebee's, huh?
who's this Al Acart guy? Is he bringing the food?
Is he a terrorist? Yeah, a guy wants to defend Voss. Let's see where this goes.
Wow.
Chad in D.C. What's
Last
up,
guy
Chad?
did a great job.
Yeah, sure.
Hey.
Chad?
Hey, Rich, how you doing today?
What's going on?
Hey, I just got to call up. I got to defend you, man. I used to do the same thing with my best friend. However, I am gay.
Oh. Yeah, but when you did it, was he gay?
Yes.
Were you? Oh, were you both? Okay, were you both gay at the time?
Yes.
Yeah.
At 15?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, see,
Rich,
but
it's a little weird. I
it's
gotta
not
tell
gay.
you.
It's not gay. It's gay.
It's just
if
a
you-
little weird.
But if you're laying there with another guy going like, making like noises as you're beating off, that's just not.
Were you looking
No.
at his? Were you looking
That's
at
not
him?
right.
No, you wouldn't look at each other because
that's gay.
Especially not in the eyes.
To this day, he wouldn't look at him in the eyes. I bet you.
And we weren't loud because his mom was in the next room. You don't want his mom to walk in when
we weren't loud. I don't think you ever want to say that.
No, his mom was in the next room.
Yeah, that'd be horrible.
What
are you guys doing?
Her coming in watching.
That's what makes the story horrible.
Watching a little boy jerking off with another man.
Did you let him know when you were like? Did you go? I'm coming.
Oh God!
I don't even
know. Here comes the goodness.
Well, and then we would probably roll over and face the opposite ways. We wouldn't sleep.
Did
Would
you
you
say
sleep in
stuff
his
like,
wet spot?
Yeah. Did you compare loads? Look how much I got. Mine went all the way to my knee.
That's not fair. I jerked off with Bobby today. I didn't have a good load.
Hey, Carl, what's up?
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Yeah, all right. When my friend used to sleep over, we used to, jack off, but we never saw each other. We never did, anything like that. It's just I was fortunate enough to have, the cool porno movie, and he didn't. So we were, 3 feet away from each other. He would be behind this, bench. We never saw each other, though. And it's it wasn't, gay like what Ross was doing.
No, listen, Jackass, here's the thing. We didn't have the luxury of having a big room or a den or places to hide. You're still in the room and you're both jerking off. Okay, you know what's going on. He didn't have a big room. He was poor.
I didn't have a big room either. I just had a bench. I just didn't look.
Yeah, but if you only have one bed and a dresser, I'm not going to lay on top of the dresser and jack off while he's on the bed. That would be
That's kinky.
That would be carnival gay kinky or something. So if you're still in the room jerking off with the guy, it's the same thing. Don't say I had a bench or something.
Go in the damn bathroom, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, what's wrong with just a private toss in the bathroom or something?
Who wants it? It's
to get it out.
Who wants it by yourself?
You wind up doing that at home as a kid your whole life. When you're living with your parents, you go into the bathroom, you do what you got to do, you come out, you go out with your friends.
No, Rich jerked off with his dad. That story.
Are you kidding?
Is that a real story?
No.
You never know, though.
I know, you just never know with Rich.
The Virus. Sirius XM. This